on account of there's no psychology or storytelling whatsoever, I have questions. I don't watch TNA ever, so how did Willow become Senor Benjamin? Because Senor Benjamin tasered Matt, and then Willow. Where did Willow get the costume from? Jeff went into the water and emerged as Willow. So what you're saying to me, right, is that Jeff is under the water and while I'm here, just there's my costume. So while he's trying not to drown because he can somehow breathe water, he's putting the entire Willow costume on. But he's not, because Senor Benjamin's the Willow. So how did Jeff? Jeff went into the water and just does one, and Senor Benjamin's in the water and becomes.
There's two costumes.
I don't understand.
There's two costumes.
I just don't understand. So Matt Hardy won, so he gets the Hardy name. So Jeff Hardy can't be Jeff Hardy anymore, right? So that's just trying to understand the point of the match. Because if I remember, Final Deletion is that the loser loses the Hardy name. So Jeff Hardy can't be Jeff Hardy anymore because of that match.
So he's just Jeff. It's just at the minute.
Jeffrey.
He's literally just Jeff.
Or Brother Nero. Right, from the moment the match started, the one thing that really irritated me was that the cuts were so fast. It was like watching someone, the guy who obviously either edited this or filmed it, obviously has someone with major attention deficit disorder. Because his attention span must be like, if he goes for 10 seconds without doing something, he just switches off. Because the camera cuts were so fast.
If you imagine like an episode of Family Guy.
I don't watch Family Guy, so I can't.
Like with the jump cuts and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about, Dan. Like, that's literally what this match is. It's literally just like segue, spot, segue,
I can't
spot.
call that much. That was. I mean, I can't call it an angle. It was. Because it was obviously pre-taped, so. Yeah, they could have. Oh my god! The thing is, I say that it's pre-taped, right? But the Swanton bobsleigh that they did onto the ladder, and he hit that much of the ladder. If they're pre-taping it, do it again.
Right. Jeff's on the top of the fucking trees. He swantons off. Matt clearly moves out the way. Jeff hits nothing but ladder, and Jeff goes for the pin.
Ridiculous.
What the fuck? I feel like that. I'm fucking just like
that bit doesn't bother me. It's the fact that Jeff only hit a tiny bit of Matt on the Swanton. So it's pre-recorded. They could have done it again and again and again until they got the perfect one. They just thought, nah, that'll do.
Jeff goes for the fucking pinfall. Jeff gets the fucking pinfall. It's like
overproduced. Overbooked. The camera cuts were jarring. I spent 10 minutes or however long the actual match went going, what's happening? I can see why some people who like it because it's so mental and so crazy, but as someone who likes storytelling and psychology, and this had none of it at all, and I just think it's all completely pointless, and it's just I don't understand how I don't like TNA.
Fireworks.
If that firework hit you, what would it do? Just sort of explode? A little bit, maybe. But
like literally, you'd be talking like, son of a bitch. Seriously? Why? Ow.
I laughed at the realisation from Matt that, oh shit, that bit actually made me chuckle because it was so OTT. Fireworks though in a wrestling match, that's ridiculous. I mean,
it's literally like the 4th of fucking July out there.
And then so Jeff uses the fireworks on Matt because Matt had used them on him, and he found some fireworks.
Yeah.
Like, prepare the area for the massacre. Let's put some fireworks in place.
That's one thing. Like, prepare the arena for a massacre. Prepare the arena. So, Senor Benjamin, right? This fucking gardener. Who's literally been like, he must have been Hardy family friend for fucking years or something like that. Like, so he's basically alright, I will prep the area for battlefield. Which means that they fucking talked about this with him. If at any point if at any point we turn around to you and say, prep the area for massacre, or something like that, he knows exactly what to do. Exactly what he plants the fucking fireworks and the fucking petrol and holy
petrol.
shit.
I said when we were watching it, like, the fireworks, they're for the boys' entrance, yes.
They're going to be used for the entrance. And me and Danny were just like, avoid at all costs.
Oh.
Simply put, this is a gift. This is a gift. No, this is the most wrestling thing I have ever seen. Straight up.
I can see why people would like it, because it's just so over the top. But the purist in me hated every second of it.
Of course.
Absolutely
Of course.
every second of it.
Of course. But, you know, the kayfabe fucking 10-year-old in you was marking
It
out
was
like
the
a
best match I've ever
bandit.
seen, yeah. The kayfabe 10-year-old thinks it's the best match I've ever seen.
I mean, I just want to fucking get your thoughts on the ending. Like, the ending itself, like, with the fire and the fucking swanton and, like, what goes through your mind as you watch that? As a wrestling fan, as a wrestler.
I just thought the way it's all set up and the way it's been building is, I thought that Jeff's winning this one. Oh, of course he is. This feud that's been going on for ages, Jeff wins it. So I was properly shocked that Matt Hardy won it. And as we say, what's Jeff going to be called now, unless he goes with the Willow or Jeffrey Nero?
Which sucks.
Of course.
Jeffrey Nero.
Jeffrey Nero. Let's face it, this was entertaining. As much as you want to turn around and say that it was shit and it was total fucking garbage, I couldn't stop watching.
I was watching him.
You know what scares me is that because it's true, there is a chance that Vince McMahon will go, wow, that obviously works. Best start doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, who they do, like fucking Bray Wyatt, and one that I suppose could make something like this make sense, but that's too logical for Vince. So I'm expecting the next, whatever the next WWE pay-per-view is, to have something similar to this on it. I'm expecting SummerSlam to have a segment on it that's very similar.
I'm honestly expecting WWE to do something very similar in the year.
Because Vince will have seen that it drew people in.
Of
He'll
course.
go, yes, that's drawing people in. We'll do something 10 times better than it.
Yeah.
Right, let me tell you something, Willis, about this match. And this is probably the most important thought I've thought all night. Which is, let me tell you something, that if we did the match you've just seen there, or we've just watched, the Hardy vs Hardy, if we'd done that in UBW, you'd think it was the fucking greatest match you've ever seen in your entire life.
No.
If we just did a spot fest match, it was just like kick out to the Twisted Fate, kick out of the Swanton Bomb onto a fucking ladder,
Fireworks.
and then the fucking thing, then the finish with the fire and the Swanton Bomb off the top and the doings, and not to mention the Willow is coming and all that jazz as well. If we did that in UBW, we would still talking about it 5 years later saying it's the greatest backyard match you've ever seen. This was a backyard wrestling match.
No, yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It's you can forgive the fact that it's the Hardys. You can forgive the fact that, you know, it's totally fucking like it's a backyard wrestling match, like you said. It's the fact that it's backed by TNA.
Yeah.
That's what makes it just like what. This was fucking showcased. This was broadcast to people, and that's what confuses me.
Like, thing is, the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Because if people definitely tuned in to see this match.
People wanted to see this.
But would they?
People like went into this expecting something.
But would those same people, this 100,000 people, would they pay to see this match? That's the question.
What I would have liked to have seen is a slow and methodical build-up. TNA could have done a lot with this. Let's not beat around the bush, right? TNA aren't fucking stupid. They could have milked this for something that it's fucking worth. Both the Hardys are a fucking draw.
Yeah.
Let's not, both the Hardys are a draw, so they can turn around to people and say, okay, so we've got this idea. We can build this and build this and build this and build this and build this. And then we can, at the pay-per-view, we can sort of give it to you, but then sort of like we can have an interference. Ever since the start of this fucking Hardy feud, right? I've seen little bits and snippets and whatnot, and every so often I've looked back and I've been like, wait, what? I've double taken. I've like, all right, fair. I've looked at it further. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like I've caught like the first 2 seconds. And I'm like, what the fuck? So you go back, watch the first 20 seconds, and it spreads further and further. Oh god, mate, I don't even know what to make of this at this point. So,
I'll tell you one thing it doesn't do. This is the important one, surely. It doesn't make me want to watch TNA. I don't. Well, the thing is, surely, after something like this, the whole point is that someone like me tunes into TNA to see what happens next. I don't care what happens next. I couldn't give a shit what happens next on Impact. How's that sound? That's surely the point. Is to make you watch the next episode of Impact. I don't care.
It's so fucking true.
I don't care. I don't
so
care
true.
what happens to Matt
Dude,
fucking Hardy.
At this point, this feud's over, as far as I'm concerned. Literally, Matt Hardy has earned the fucking Hardy name, as far as I'm concerned.
This aired on Tuesday, is that correct? So it's Saturday now. So I'm probably one of the last people to fucking see this shit. So everyone who's even got a passing interest in wrestling has seen this shit already. You know, 5 days removed. I'm like, oh my god, you haven't seen this shit?
All my interest of this came from the previous episode of this, where Jeff walks in on Matt and he's playing the fucking piano, all grandiose, like, you know what I mean?
I saw that bit.
And that's like, at that point you're looking at it and it's like, yes, this is very grandiose. This is like
grandiose,
very over the top, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like, okay, what are you going to do? What exactly are you going to do with this? And then you watch this, and you've got the drones, you've got the fucking lawnmower segment.
We have a drone. Let's use it as much as possible.
Yeah, it's like literally Matt and Jeff Hardy bundled as much fucking cash as they could together, bought as many drones as they could, and they had a fucking hologram.
When Matt came out the hologram! What the fuck was that?
Brother Nero.
What the?
It's like you're looking at it and you're just like, help me, Brother Nero, you're my only hope.
How's that? Oh, what's that got to do with the match?
Oh
It's over the top.
Is it?
It just makes you laugh. You get to the point where you're laughing at it.
And it's Jeff's reactions. It's
Oh,
Jeff's
hell
reactions.
no!
Oh, hell no. He literally just storms out on his bike, bats a fucking drone away, fucking wheelies away. He ends up exactly where Matt is. We're talking like not even fucking 20 seconds of fucking video has passed and he's gone from his house to exactly where Matt is. Fuck searching. Fuck any of that bollocks. We're just gonna go straight there.
Didn't Matt go to Jeff's because he was mowing up the fucking cymbal?
Oh shit!
Or was that at Matt's house? Has Matt got a hardware cymbal and he's cruising around with his fucking mower?
If there is anybody that sees this that isn't a wrestling fan, can you imagine what they're gonna take from this? Can you imagine what their fucking theory of wrestling is gonna be because of this? Right, Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. That's the kind of match that's come out this year where you would turn around to a non-wrestling fan and you would turn around and you would say, watch this. This is what's going on in wrestling in a minute. If you want a good idea of what is going on and what's happening and what's fucking, you know, really fucking cool, watch this. And people might actually be fucking turned around and say, alright, shit, that's fucking awesome. You watch this and you think to yourself, no.
As a match that had no belt starting off, ended because some guy fell off a cymbal with a crappy finish. If you're going to go just my generic standard, based on psychology and all that jazz, 5-star rating, it's still not as bad as the one from Great American Bash 91. Because that was just an abomination of all the kinds. Because it was a scaffold match that had capture the flag rules. That's just ridiculous. So it is not the worst match I've ever seen.
See, this is, the thing is with this match, you watch it to a certain point and then you sort of go full circle. it gets to that stage where it's so,
This is so
bad
bad,
that
it's
it's
good.
good.
This is the best match I've ever seen.
It's one of those, you just fucking sat in awe. Absolute awe, just fucking watch. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I love this match to bits. It's fucking so over
It
the
makes
top.
you laugh
It's unreal.
a lot, doesn't it? I wouldn't send this match to anyone. I wouldn't send this match to my worst enemy. Is a hey, you want to watch something really great? Watch this. They're gonna watch something shit. No, I wouldn't even do that. This I never want to see this ever again.